Hey, collective, my Capricorn collective, that is. What going on, my Cappies? What is happening? We are on the verge of entering into September, and this is your September reading, my beautiful Capricorns, my sea goats of the zodiac. I hope you all are doing well, Capricorn. Abundantly blessed and just happy just for no freaking reason, because you're here on this Malkuth, breathing, alive, healthy, and blessed, right? All right. So we're going to do a real quick reading to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know, as well as your Spirit team for the next 30 days. Cappy, you know there's no time frame in the Spirit realm, right? Okay. But I'm going to say 30 days, all right? So stuff could already have happened. It could be in the middle of happening. It could happen over the course of the 30 days or even after. I don't make the rules. There is no time in the spirit realm, so I don't know what to say, all right? But whatever comes out was meant to come out for your own edification, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest on the table for the rest of the collective. Somebody else in the collective may need to pick that one up, that little nugget up, right? And stick it in their pocket so they can marinate on it later, Cappy, all right? So don't force it. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit, okay? Now, September, boy, oh boy, oh boy. First of all, guys, we just got over Mercury retrograde a few weeks ago. Now Mercury is direct, but that screwed up a lot of people. And if your ruling planet is Mercury like mine, I'm a Gemini, and it also affects Virgo, then we definitely felt it, okay? We still have 2 retrogrades going on at this time. Neptune, and I believe it's Saturn, if I'm not mistaken. They're still in retrograde right now, and they won't go direct until late this fall or this winter, okay? Also, September is when we start having those eclipses, guys. Lunar, solar, whatever. It's going to be eclipse season. So listen, the last week of August has been a little woo. So let's see what September brings you guys, all right? Put your seatbelt on, Capricorns. I'm telling you, it's going to get wild. It's going to get wild. All right, so take your shoes off. Find a nice comfy spot where you can relax, relate, and receive. And we're about to get into it, all right? Do your girl a real solid, Cappy. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It helps the channel to continue to grow. I really appreciate that very much. The readings are free 99, and so is hitting those buttons, all right? And hit that notification bell, because I pick a random subscriber at the beginning of every month to receive a free 30-minute reading, okay? So if you want to know more about me, how to contact me for a free, for a personal reading, you can hit me up directly at ascension225tarot@gmail.com, and we'll get you going there. You can also link in the description box. You can also book me on Thumbtack. My reviews are there on Etsy. Not on Etsy, but Yelp. 5-star reviews, guys. Listen. Can't make it up, guys. I love it. My customers are good to me, and I love them. So if you need a private reading, look below. I also included my favorite astrologers, my favorite numerologists, and also how you, Cappy, can get your free birth natal chart. When you know your birth natal chart, you know when you were born and what your sun, moon, and rising is, and other aspects in your birth natal chart, it helps you understand the tarot much better. And when you throw in astrology, a little bit of knowledge about astrology and numerology, man, oh man, it makes you understand these types of readings so much better, okay? And really what your destiny is in this lifetime, all right? So without further ado, let's get started, Cappy. We're going to start over here. We're going to get to the other 2 cards behind this main card. Excuse me. When we get into the tarot deck, okay? So we're just going to hold off on these for now. And so the energy, or the spirit animal's energy, that the Capricorn collective needs to harness over the next 30 days is this buffalo. All right, buffalo baby, sturdy, right? Sturdy animals, strong, you know, resilient. This is all about your abundance. Okay, it says abundance and liberation are finally on the way, Capricorn. It comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude. Gratitude, man, I'm telling you, it raises your vibration exponentially. It says, you will always have plenty when you express gratitude to every part of creation. Yes, throw that gratitude up there on a daily basis, sometimes several times a day. I'm telling you, your vibration will stay high. So be this buffalo, okay? Fully abundant. All right, so listen, what is the tea, Spirit? What's the tea with our Capricorns? What's happening with them now and over the next 30 days? Well, I'm going to switch these around. All right, so I'm going to use this tea deck first, and then we'll use my own homemade tea deck, all right? All right, so listen, somebody might be creeping. Somebody might be creeping out there. I don't know, Capricorn, maybe some of y'all are creeping in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're kind of watching something or somebody off in the cut somewhere, you know, where you can go unnoticed. Maybe this is an owl, and owls are very wise. So maybe you're creeping for a reason. Maybe you're trying to get the knowledge. Maybe you're trying to figure some shit out, right? Yeah, you know, also this card was in the crossing energy. And crossing energy is, in my readings, it's either very, very strong energy, or or this energy may be creating some sort of obstacle in your life. All right, so we've got creeping and we've got stalker. All right, so what's up, Capricorn? Are you stalking somebody, or is somebody stalking you? What's going on, y'all? What's happening? Yeah, stalking, watching. Somebody's obsessed here. What the F, man? Somebody is sidetracked, will get sidetracked, is sidetracked. Yeah. Remember I said crossing cards could be some sort of obstacle or delay. Yes, it says delays, distractions. All right, change. So maybe somebody got sidetracked here. Maybe you're getting sidetracked with all this stalking and creeping you're doing, Capricorn. I don't know what the fuck going on. Somebody's always partying, tipping the bottle, having a good time, whooping it up. Maybe that's a good way to get sidetracked, is if you're focused on always partying and having a good time, right? And going to the club and whatnot. I'm too old for that shit. Maybe there was some dishonesty here in this situation. By lying, I ripped us apart. Ooh. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay. And then I've got love on the brain, baby. Somebody's dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, in that Six of Cups type of energy, being nostalgic. Memories like the corners of my mind. Yeah, somebody is really going through this shit. They got love on the brain, baby. And this could also, maybe besides the partying, could also be creating some sort of sidetrack here, Cappy. But somebody, either on your side or their side, has been dishonest for whatever reason. This feels like a karmic situation, a karmic relationship. You know, oh, excuse me, I'm burping. Whenever I start burping, there may be some drama involved, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions here, Cap. All right, so karmic card. Karmic people, places, or things, okay? But if this is a karmic situation between people, then a karmic relationship is considered a soulmate type of relationship, because you are destined to meet, you're destined to get together, but karmic relationships are the hardest to maintain. It's I love you one minute, I hate you the next. Okay, it's like a damn roller coaster ride. You all over the place in a karmic type of relationship. They bring out the best in you, the very best in you, and they bring out the very worst in you, because you reflect, you mirror off one another. But in capital letters, a karmic relationship is put in place to teach both people a lesson. All right, you're not supposed to stay together forever. Let's just put it that way. I know some people are sad. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but the majority of karmic relationships are not meant to last a lifetime. They're there to last, hopefully, until lessons are learned. And if lessons are not learned, you may be repeating this chapter in another life. Okay. So, what did you learn out of this karmic relationship, Capricorn? I must ask. There also could have been a third-party situation here. Maybe there was a third party involved in your situation, because we have dishonesty here, right? Third person, and maybe this could also, if there's a third person, you could have for sure been creeping, right? And been sidetracked. Wow. And last card, Cappy, is somebody's going through an emotional whirlwind right now. Your head's spinning. It's spinning. All right? Either yours or theirs, or somebody's head is literally spinning here. Somebody's feeling a little unstable, like unbalanced. You see these waves? Wow, these waves are crashing hard, man. Maybe somebody's crashing out really hard right now. All right? Because, listen, these waves represent emotion. Water represents emotion. Okay? And somebody's emotional like a mofo. Alright, let's get on to the next T cards. What's up? This is from my own personal deck. There's about 600 cards in the bag. And so I just shake it up and just randomly stick my hand in there and grab a few out. So here's what Spirit has for you. Intuition is the language of our souls. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Alright, intuition is the most important thing that you can pay attention to right now. That's the most important thing that you do not need to be distracted about. Distracted about or sidetracked about. Your intuition, when you have that relationship, when you understand that voice is Spirit speaking to us, and the only way to speak to us is through our intuition, right? Crown chakra, right? Your third eye in between your eyebrows, and your gut. You know how people say, oh, I got that gut feeling. Yeah, that's because Spirit's talking. Are you listening? Are you tapped in and tuned in to your intuition? Because it is the language of our souls. Alright, moving on. Heart chakra healing is needed. Yeah, your heart chakra is in need of healing, baby. Maybe you went through a Three of Swords type of situation, especially if somebody in this scenario, maybe if there's a third party situation, and a third party is not always another person involved in your situation. It could be, if you're a workaholic, it could be the job getting in the way. It could be an addiction getting in the way. If you're a drinker, a smoker, you're on crack, whatever, that will be your first priority. And that will affect everything around you. All of your relationships. It has a trickle effect, okay? And so that can also be considered a third party in my humble opinion. Alright? Okay. Somebody needs to heal their heart space. Gray. Somebody might be feeling gray right now, right? Not, maybe like gray clouds are just like hanging over your head right now, or clouding your mind right now. It says depressed, detached, unemotional, anxiety. Alright, Cappy. Who is this in this gray type of energy right here? you got played big time. Now, I don't know if it's you got played big time, Cappy, or the other person, or whoever this is about, okay? Got played big time. Chaser. Somebody now wants to chase their other half. Now, somebody has come to the recognition that, oh, snap, this is my soulmate, and maybe they were a runner before, or maybe this is you were a runner before, right? And maybe now you're doing the chasing, all right? Maybe you're doing the chasing now. There's always a runner, there's always a chaser. All right, okay. Protection. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, Capricorn, you have divine protection right now. Your ancestors, your angels, your spirit team, Holy Spirit, your guides, everyone is protecting you right now. And listen, I don't mean to go to another deck, but looky here. This backs that up. This is Archangel Michael, the divine protector, the warring angel. He'll cut a mofo on your behalf, okay? Like, you are being divinely protected and guided. Don't you forget that. Even when you feel like you're all by yourself, like you're all alone, you're not. You've got your spirit team, okay? It says, I left to explore my options. Ooh, okay. Somebody left to explore other options, you know, and if that's the case, hell, man, you know, you can't hold somebody hostage if they don't want to be there. So as much as it might hurt your heart space, Capricorn, I get it. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, okay? I've been married twice. So yeah, I hope that if this were the case, that somebody was not deceptive about it, that they actually said, hey, look, I want to explore other options, instead of lying and, you know, maybe creeping on the side, you feel me? And then on the other side, I've got lots of drugs, sex, and booze. Ooh, okay. And then I've got, you look so happy without me. You look so happy without me. So either you feel this way, Capricorn, about this other person, or the other person feels this way about you. You look happy without that person. Okay, so let me move these interesting cards thus far. Let's drop down to your angelic cards. What do your angels want you to focus on, or what do they want you to know? Well, they want you to take a step back. They need and want you to take a step back, Capricorn. All right. This is a time, and you see all this purple energy right here. That points to your crown chakra. Right? You could be getting information through dreams or just thoughts or whatever, but this is a time for you to go inward, okay, and you to consult with spirit. You see this light? Consult with spirit. It's sort of like that hermit type of energy, right? Where you just kind of are alone with spirit, and you take inventory of the situation and whatever else is happening in your life, right? Yeah, so take a step back, you know, keep calm, consult with spirit, and really take inventory of really what's happening in your life, okay? Don't be impulsive. I've got raise your vibration. This is a very strong message, and we talked about that earlier. Throwing up gratitude, thanking spirit, thanking your spirit team on a daily basis. This raises your vibration, and you going into sort of like a mini seclusion energy. This will allow you to consult with spirit, and that will also help you to raise your vibration. There's a lot of purple in here as well. And you already saw that you're being divinely guided and divinely protected by Archangel Michael. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to know. Hold on while I turn the fan on. I'm having a flash. Thank you, thank you. All right, so very, very, this is a very interesting reading so far, Capricorn. And if any of y'all are going through some sort of heartbreak or loss, whether you caused it or whether somebody else caused it, sending you all healing energy, okay? So what would your spirit team like to say to you? Or what do they need you to know? Well, it's very interesting that we saw, I mean, yes, this is some sort of relationship. I don't know if this is a love relationship, if this is family, if this is a friend, or what, okay? I am not sure what type of relationship this is. However, I am showing that a reconciliation, this is very, very strong energy. Not only is this very strong energy, like somebody is thinking about a reconciliation, but also this card may be in the crossing because a reconciliation or the possibility of a reconciliation, I don't know, it may be kind of iffy, okay? Just being real, it may be kind of iffy. And then we've got true love. All right, true love is a deep soul connection. Yeah, so this could be a love situation, okay? True love situation. But you know, we love our love partners, we love our family, we love our friends. So just because it says true love, it could be any sort of relationship that you love the person. That's Six of Cups type of energy, right? And then I've got trust. And it's so funny because this true love card, it says, are you searching for it? Are you searching for a deep soul connection? Trust that it's out there. All right. And then we've got the trust card. So trust in spirit. All right. Trust in the guidance that spirit's trying to give you. Trust in your spirit team. Trust in your creator, for sure, that whatever is happening in your life, Capricorn, that spirit is working in the background on your behalf. All right, but you have to trust the process, okay? And that's why spirit says, well, hold on, partner, take a step back now. All right, we need to work on you first. We need to work on healing your heart and raising your vibration. You're going to be divinely guided and protected the whole way. You have to trust the process. All right. And if this is about a love situation that you're wondering if there's going to be a reconciliation, I can't tell you that one way or the other. You're going to have to trust spirit. All right. We're going to save this universe card for the last, and let's get into the tarot. All right. So Holy Spirit, this is for Capricorn. For the month of September, what messages? What kind of relationship is this, Holy Spirit? What is this energy that we've already seen for Capricorn? What is this all about? We're asking for general energy, but you've already shown us something to do with some sort of karmic relationship with somebody. I'm not sure. One more shuffle for Capricorn, and then let's go ahead and cut it. All right, so listen, before we get into the tarot deck, let's get into the major arcana cards that came out for you. This is the heavy hitting energy, okay? I've got a Chariot in reverse, all right? So I feel like even though you want to move forward in something, maybe there's a delay, or maybe there's an obstacle here. Maybe there's uncertainty, okay, on your part. This is more of that watery energy. This Chariot represents Cancerian energy, okay? So I feel like maybe, you know, maybe that's why you need to take a step back, because you're unsure at this time, or there's some sort of obstacle here. Yeah. And then I've got Empress. Okay, so Empress, this represents Aries energy, and the Empress can give birth to every and anything that she sets her mind to. She's fertile with ideas, fertile with creativity, fertile in her body. I mean, this bitch is just fertile, and I use bitch in a loving way, okay, because this is like that divine feminine type of energy. Absolutely beautiful energy. So no, this is, I'm sorry, this is not Aries, this is Taurus energy. Taurus energy, your other earth sign. So maybe there's been some obstacles or delays in you being able to be fertile in whatever way you need to be fertile, right? To bring things to life, to, you know, to tap into your creativity, whatever it is. Maybe there's been some obstacles or delays in you getting into this energy here, right? Or maybe there are obstacles and delays because of somebody you consider a divine feminine, the other person, whoever this other person is. So, okay, all right, let's get into it. All right, Holy Spirit, what's on the bottom? 10 of Wands, baby. Capricorn, it's time to release any burdens that are on your shoulders. It's time to release it. Let it go. All right? We're in a 9-year, 2025. This is where we start saying, all right, we start putting things in this category, things that we're letting go of. You're going over here in this box. Okay, because it's time to start. It's time to start closing out this chapter or this cycle on these people, places, or things. Whatever is in this box. All right. All right. So what's in the middle? 6 of Coins. Yeah. It's time to release these burdens, and I don't know, maybe to find a situation where you know, where it's more equally balanced, right? There's more reciprocity here. All right, equal give and take. I like that. Okay, Holy Spirit, show us the main energy of this reading. Show us the main energy for this reading for the next 30 days. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, 4 of Wands. Capricorn, 4s are all about safety, security, and stability. This is about home, your home life, your sanctuary, where the place where you go every night, where you feel safe, right, and grounded. Okay, this is also one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck. My nose is starting to itch. Oh boy. This is also one of the marriage cards. So, is this a marriage that we're talking about? What's going on with this foundation here? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knights are messengers as well as warriors. Maybe there's some new offers of love here. New offers of emotion. Maybe this is somebody wanting to take you out, or maybe you're wanting to ask somebody out. Maybe these are romantic feelings, new romantic feelings. Is this back to that third party situation again? I don't know. And then I've got Knight of Swords, so 2 knights back to back. I don't know. I mean, maybe you see looks like he's boxing, and I don't know, maybe you feel like you have to defend yourself in some sort of way. With this Knight of Swords. Swords are air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's about your thoughts and your words. So, I don't know, maybe there's some internal boxing matches going on inside of you. Maybe there's some internal conflicts going on inside of you here, right? Or maybe it feels like some sort of fight to speak your truth. Okay, that could be. And another Knight of Coins. The slowest moving knight in the deck. This knight is slow, takes their time. This is Taurus energy again. Takes their time. They think of everything, everything in the scenario before they make a move. They're not quick and impulsive like these other knights are. So, like I said, take a step back and think about everything that needs to be thought of, okay? Especially as it pertains to your abundance, your coin, your abundance, whatever, your stability. All right, so how is Capricorn feeling? Okay, Seven of Wands. Well, you might feel like you have to defend yourself in some sort of way, Cappy. Maybe you got people coming towards you, like trying to get at you, and maybe you feel like you need to stand your ground or defend yourself, right? Stand on your own principles or something. Okay. Seven of Cups. Remember, this is having a lot of options, and it's so funny because look at here. I left to explore my options, and this is somebody who is thinking of exploring whatever, all these options. Yeah. Okay. What else? How else is Capricorn feeling now and over the next 30 days, Holy Spirit? How else is Capricorn? Whoa. Okay. Stay there. That's way too many cards, and I'm not taking these. I'm not taking these. I'll take this one that fell first on the table, but these rest of the cards are going back in the deck, and that's that. All right. So we have Three of Cups. Wow. All right. So we have the Seven of Coins, and the Seven of Coins is, you know how we saw the Seven of Cups where somebody has lots of options, somebody has lots of choices, but use discernment, use spiritual discernment in making your choice. Okay, make a wise choice, because what are you going to invest in? Okay, what garden are you going to invest in? I use the word garden just as an example, but what are you wanting to invest in? Whatever it is, you need to make a discerning decision about that. All right, and this is going to require you to water the garden and nourish the garden and feed the garden, because abundance is going to really come from that consistent nourishment. And then I've got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, hey man, we saw third party already in this reading. So this could be a third party situation. There's three people involved in whatever this situation is, okay? But the Three of Cups also represents enjoying the best that life has to offer with the people that we love and care about the most, and just enjoying, all those special moments of life, right? Those special events, those special moments. So what is it that you want to invest in, Capricorn? Page of Cups. Oh. All of a sudden I feel really sad. As soon as I looked at this card, I started to feel really sad, and I feel like I kind of want to cry a little bit. I feel like somebody owes somebody an apology here. Somebody wants to say sorry. Somebody needs to say sorry. There needs to be some sort of apology here. Okay. What are some of the challenges for Capricorn in the next 30 days? What are some of the challenges, Holy Spirit? Whoa. All right. Well, one of the challenges is for you to feel like this boss mama or this boss daddy, the king of coins, right? Yeah. Maybe one of the challenges is for you to rise up to be this king of coins and embody this energy, right? This is Capricorn energy. This is one of your cards, Capricorn. right, maybe one of the challenges is you being yourself, you feeling yourself, especially if you're going through some things, especially if you're going through a little bit of heart ache, you know, or healing the heart. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe this King of Coins, maybe you're not feeling yourself. All right, and then I've got Ace of Cups. I'm glad I'm seeing these cards together because everybody knows that watches tarot knows that the Ace of Cups is, oh, new love is going to be coming into your life. Yeah, that does indicate new love. All right, but first and foremost, when I see the Ace of Cups, it's a reminder for me to remind you to practice self-care. Love on yourself, nourish yourself. You know, whatever it is that you do to practice self-care, meditate, yoga, take a hot bubble bath, whatever you do to nourish your spirit, then that's what this card means to me, first and foremost. You can't have a healthy, loving relationship with love overflowing like this if you don't take care of your own heart space first. Thank you, Holy Spirit, and nourish and heal your own heart space first. And then when your heart is like this, then you can give this to somebody else that will also be giving you an overflowing cup, right? I feel like one of the challenges is for you to tap into this Leo energy of strength. Being strong, feeling strong. Like I said, I don't feel like you feel like yourself right now. You feel off kilter to me in a way. You know what I mean? You don't feel like this boss mama or this boss daddy. Yeah? And maybe you're not feeling strong, but Spirit says tap into that Leo energy. And be strong, be courageous. You know? All right. Final spiritual messages for Capricorn. Yeah. Well, one of the messages, Capricorn, is that you may in fact be walking away. Like I said when we first started this video, either this has already happened, it's in the middle of happening, or it's going to happen over the course of the 30 days or beyond, right? You may be walking away from something that you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears with the Eight of Cups, because the maximum is 10. But there's still 2 outlying cups out there. Remember how I said you need to fill your cup up first and make sure that it's overflowing, so that when that new love comes into your life, they also match you. And the 2 of Cups is right here. All right. Can I get one more spiritual message, final message for Capricorn? Okay. Yeah, be this Queen of I can't talk. Be this Queen of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is, you know, the Queen of Swords. Like I said, swords are all about intellect and communication. She's clear and concise. She's transparent like a mofo. All right, there's no lie. When you ask her what's up, she gonna tell you what's up. Maybe no filter, I don't know, but she's gonna tell you the truth. Okay, and this is you tapping into the truth, tapping into your truth, tapping into the truth about this whole situation, and not putting up with any bullshit. Okay, straight to the point. Look at her. She looks like she's about to cut somebody. And that's the energy. Like, if you come to me wrong, without truth and clarity, with lies and BS, I'm gonna cut your butt. I'm not down for the BS. So either this is your energy or whomever's energy. All right. Yeah, here we go with the Empress again. Yeah. Look at this. Tap into your Empress energy, Capricorn. Tap into your divine feminine energy. You may not feel like you can give birth to anything right now, metaphorically speaking. Even if you are maybe trying to have a real baby, You know, maybe the process has not been easy, you know, and maybe you feel like you don't feel like yourself right now, especially after, if you were in a third-party situation, somebody put you in a third-party situation, or if there was some sort of addictions or anything involved that created a third-party situation that made this, whatever this foundation, this marriage, this commitment, whatever this is, home, kind of come undone. All right, find your inner Empress again, Capricorn. Take some time, take a step back, consult with Spirit. Okay. All right. And your final message is, one day when you least expect it, you're going to crash into someone who's going to be so soft and gentle with your heart, and you're going to be so glad that you kept it open. Wow. Wow. Okay, hold on. Wow. You're going to be so glad that you chose to believe that it deserved more. We just had a conversation about this Eight of Cups, you walking away from something that you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in, but there's still those two outlying cups out there, right? Waiting to be filled, fulfilled, loved equally. And this card right here just reiterated exactly what we talked about. One day when you least expect it, you're going to crash into someone who's going to be so soft and gentle with your heart, and you're going to be so glad that you kept it open, Capricorn. You're going to be so glad that you chose to believe that it deserved more. I can't. You just dropped the mic on that one, Spirit. Damn. Wow. Let me know if that resonated. God bless.